It is 8:30 and I'd like to call this meeting to order. My comment of the day is, I think the magic number is 55,526.
Okay. I think that's awesome.
That was the attendance of the Iowa game.
A record for a
Yeah.
women's basketball.
Yeah.
Played in the middle of Kenny Stadium. Go figure. It was worth going just to see how they set that up.
Yeah.
They did say that the wind played havoc with shooting.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it did.
three-pointers.
But all the proceeds from that game
Children's
goes to the Children's Hospital. That is, that.
They say 250,000.
Okay, first item on the agenda, well,
And they won.
we can open the floor for public comments. Any public comments? Any public comments? We will start the meeting here, no public comments. We need to acknowledge the minutes from October the 9th.
So 9th and 13th.
I must not have had the 13th in there.
Fridays.
Okay.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Meet with the county engineer who's
Where is he?
not here.
Is this the Monday and the Friday that it's not going to be here? You said something last week about.
You know, I tell you what, I'll send him a text, but let's move on. Discuss and consider the Taft.
Melissa's there, maybe she can.
Melissa, do you know?
Melissa, is the Brian around? No, excuse me. Dwayne around? Melissa,
She might not have a,
okay.
I'll text him.
Discuss, consider the Taft subdivision.
No, we might never skip to something else.
The Taft, skip the Taft subdivision.
He's gone, Melissa said.
Okay,
What's that?
Melissa texted said he's gone.
Oh, okay. Just this.
we will not be meeting with the county engineer today. Discuss and consider Taft subdivision.
And this is probably his too.
So I'm looking to see here. I don't see anything.
Paul Miller brought all of this paperwork to me.
Okay.
Well, I say we table this until our engineer's here.
Treasure certificate is there.
We will table the Taft subdivision until next week.
I think one of the things we need, Abby, is I don't see it anyway, is the determination from the engineer.
I want to say maybe there is one, just not in this packet. Like I said, Paul Miller's the one that brought me this picture.
Okay. So we probably need a motion, right? Table or not? But she shrugged her shoulders, so. Okay.
I kind of figured it was. Okay. Next item, discuss, consider refund warrant to Crown Castle Towers 05 LLC.
So this says, wherein Tana's assessed erroneously on parcel 07312000901 in the amount of $606. So would this be a one thing? Should we call him?
Yeah.
Did Steve put this on or Mark?
Shannon,
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe we should.
I was close. That was my third choice.
Is she here?
Yes, she is here.
Can you have it come over and talk to us, please?
That's why she put
She
all
put
the
the
paperwork
next,
in
she
there.
put the next one on too.
I would assume yes.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it's pretty clear intent is assessed erroneously. So, on the attached sheet,
Yeah, let's,
is there a story to
Shannon.
this, Tana?
Yeah, both of the refund warrants, I had received adjusting certificates from the assessor's office, correct, one was to correct an assessment and the other one was to correct a homestead credit.
Okay,
And because they had already paid the full year's taxes, we have to refund it.
Yeah.
Usually we would just take it off of the second half taxes, but they had already paid the full year.
your paperwork is excellent, but the narrative helps.
Yeah, no problem.
All right,
thank you, Shannon.
yeah, I will make a motion to issue a refund warrant to Crown Castle Towers 05 LLC for antennas assessed erroneously in the amount of $606.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
I,
Motion passed. Next item is to discuss and consider a refund warrant to James and Sarah Anderson Life Estate.
make that motion. To approve in the amount of $112 for parcel 02344510004.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Joe's fault.
Next, I need it anyway. Discuss and consider disposal system contractor's license for Plumco LLC.
This is a new one. But I did not hear anything that I don't maybe, I don't know if you all heard it, but this is a new. The more the merrier. I make a motion, we approve that contractor's license for Plumco, LLC.
I'll second.
I have a question.
Sure.
Where is Lone Oak Circle? And is this in a residential section with Plumco sub?
I assume it would be his actual residence, but he is, I mean, you're asking, you know, where,
I know where it's at.
oh, okay. Yeah. I call it park place.
Okay,
Monopoly.
we have a motion and a second on the floor. Those signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Or your aye. Discuss sale of 2014 Equinox.
Did anybody get any information on that? Like mileage?
I have not, and I must confess, I dropped the ball on that. I got,
Chauncey wrote up a proposed ad for us or thing. And he said because we are going to sell it by bid. I mean, that's what we need to discuss,
yeah.
but that's what I
right,
think our intention was.
Yeah.
That we don't need to do public hearings, so that's what this is
Yeah,
about, but
and-
we need to get he wrote up a sample bid statement. But it
So-
looks like fill in the blank with the mileage.
And we can just do
is that
that.
all that's on here? Sandy doesn't happen to be on?
No,
Okay.
so it was just discuss sale and then we need to have a place where it's gonna be parked in that to view it
Right,
and screen this one. So if you want to have her make sure to park that car out here somewhere so people can view it, we can move forward with that. And he asked my opinion on when to have the bids due. I said, well, how about the middle of November? Because that's plenty of time. He
Mhm.
figured the longer it might be better, more people would see it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, here's a draft. Jefferson County Supervisors are seeking to sell a vehicle currently owned by the county. Vehicle is a 2014 Chevrolet Equinox mileage, and then we'll have to fill that in. Closed bids should be delivered to the Jefferson County Auditor's Office in the Jefferson County Courthouse and will be received until the close of business November 17th is what the draft has.
Yeah, I'd like to include vehicle may be viewed at Jefferson County Courthouse on the east side of the courthouse, I think. Probably next to Abby's car. Hope they don't get it.
Abby, I'm gonna forward this to you.
Send you a car.
Maybe.
No, but I think we need to let the public know where it's at.
Who's gonna control the keys for viewing?
Auditor's Office, please.
Yeah, she already said, yeah.
Okay. We're not giving you- That dude's go to the window. Unlock it.
It's coming your way here, Abby.
Okay. I got it from Chauncey already.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Then just add
That's
the
why I
vehicle.
said it's my vehicle in that picture.
I know it is. Vehicle may be viewed at. Just add that. Thanks.
Okay, we've discussed that. Any more discussion on the vehicle?
Because we voted on it last week.
Correct. Lee, any more discussion?
No, I just sent Sandy a text in case she happened to know off the top of her head what the mileage was and asked her to park it here, and I just sent a text to Ryan Wood telling her we're south.
I saw her because we had a mental health governance board meeting Wednesday, so I talked to her.
Okay.
Next item on the agenda is discuss and consider sign at 1900 West Burlington in Fairfield. And you all know that's the sign out at the old First National Bank building where the newly resurrected ambulance service is.
And conversation has been to give that to the Libertyville Fire Department,
Yes.
and they will come get it, correct? Is that, or what's the,
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
What do you-
So I wasn't sure how we were, because I know we've discussed, I didn't know. how-
we haven't acted
Or
on it.
no, I haven't acted on anything. I just didn't know if they were still, if Libertyville was still gonna have to pay for the removal, or what did we want to do?
I'm fine giving them the sign if they want to take it, because they've certainly been good to us by letting us use their vehicle.
So I didn't know who would remove that, or if Libertyville still had to like pay for the bill, or was the county gonna pay to have it?
Did you check into the cost of,
Yeah, I can find whoever will move it.
yeah, why don't you just give us a cost,
Okay,
okay?
I can work on that.
Because I'd hate to sit here and say, oh yeah, we'll do that. And then-
Right, because I don't want it to be like
Yeah.
$5,000 to remove the sign or something.
Neither do I.
Yeah, so.
And it would be for removal, not installation
Right,
over
yeah,
there.
just to remove
Mhm.
it. So that's what I just want to see,
Sure.
before I move ahead on anything too, if you wanted me to do it, then to.
So can you come back next Monday and tell us what's the cost? It's on that.
And then if we agree to it, have it up by next Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
let's,
a miracle worker.
I agree.
okay, let's stop the unrealistic stuff. Thank you.
You're
Well, I suppose we could go ahead and vote to, could we go ahead and vote to give the sign to them? Or do we need to wait till we can add who's paying for it?
Well, we could vote to give the sign to the Libertyville Fire Department
Mhm.
and cost of removal to be determined later.
Yeah, I like that, because, you know, if it's a couple $100, we can take that from like our building line or no. If it's $2,000, that's a different conversation.
Suzie, it's up to you.
So that means we'll, well, I just soon do the whole thing next week then.
Okay,
Okay, let's. Because I can feel Abby
Yeah.
staring at me.
so why don't we just wait till next week when we have the whole thing?
That's what I said.
Okay.
I was already writing what you said.
Okay. We're done with that. Discuss and consider lease for air gas tanks for Jefferson County Ambulance Service. So I understand you've been using this without us signing anything for it. Yes, sir.
So I have one.
Okay.
Okay, so
Would you like to come closer? We don't
I
mind.
would love to.
I wouldn't sit by him. He bites.
I know, I start flaring and then I hit
Okay.
it. So when we did, started getting these, I don't know if there was honestly, like a miscommunication with things.
Yeah.
Because we weren't under the impression that we had to have anything with the lease because we were just like told this to.
It's a new thing.
No, I know, that's.
You're not private anymore. You're public. So that means, my goodness, you have to tell us everything.
So, because there was things on it that if we lease it or if we rent it, there was a different deal with that. So that's why the lease was done. Because the lease is a lot cheaper than renting it, because renting them were 90 cents a day. Which that's not. So the lease is $106 a year. That's done. So, but
At
that's
least
all paid.
the tubes.
Right, all the cylinders for the big cylinders for the rigs and then our small ones that are used for on the heads of the cots.
Sure.
Okay, so those are paid out yearly. So the first bill of it is $2,968.27, which that will not be every month. That is done. I know, yeah. So basically the lease for 16 cylinders for the one size was $106 a year and then the other size cylinder is also the same. So, which the one was $1,696, the other one was $636. And then of course, you have the flat fee, the delivery fee, and then hazmat charge, which that we have no control over with any of that. So then now we only have to pay, so the 1696 and the 636 will be yearly cost. That's, once it's done, we will not have to pay for that until next year of September 30th. So, because that's when we got them,
Sure.
was on that Friday.
Yeah.
When I was like,
I was there when you were getting them.
yeah. So that's it with that. And then the only charge that we will have going forward is exchanging of empty bottles for new bottles and then delivery fee for that. That's it. And then so the cost of that is only like 15. And then plus the delivery fee is $40.
Okay, so now,
If we use it, so if we need them, so.
all right, so what's the $2,900 to get us?
This is the fee for everything for the first year,
The delivery fee, everything?
everything. So we don't have to pay that again. $2,968.29.
That number.
Would you like a copy of that?
I can get it, yeah, because this is going to that anyway.
Okay, so we pick up the phone, we call, you get.
They call
exchange
every
tanks, and everything is included in this, you're not gonna pay them any more money this year.
The only time that we will pay is if we need cylinders. That's the initial start for everything.
Okay.
To refill the cylinders would be the cost you don't know.
Right,
How-
if we need them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So right now I don't even need tanks yet, so, and there's only Oh, I'm sorry. The only time that they will, if I'll even have an exchange is if there's 5 or more cylinders that need to be exchanged. It's not gonna be, oh, I don't, I have 1 cylinder empty, then we need to exchange. Because right now,
How many in the trucks and then how many on site?
there are 2 big ones for the main O2s in each, and there's 1 in each rig. And then we have 3 portables in each rig. And then, there's a total of 16 small cylinders. And then at the initial, I had to order 6, so then I have 4 full ones on backstock. And then because when we get those rigs, those tanks that were in there were obviously CARES tanks because they lease their tanks also through air gas. So they have to take them out and then return those because that's what under that contract for them. So then we have to start a new contract, which is this. So so the yearly on it that we'll pay is those 2 numbers each year. And then just the small fee. I don't know what that fee is yet until I have the first go around of exchange, which it's not astronomical like this. So the yearly one that we'll have it should not be this whole cost again. It should just be the 1696 and the 636 for the yearly.
You indicated you had some from CARE that came back.
No, that's not ours.
Okay.
Yeah, so when the rigs come back, there's nothing on them. Because those tanks that he has are leased that as well.
Okay, they kept that.
Yes, they have to keep them to fulfill their contract to give those back for that.
The day I was there, how many tanks did you get? think
I
it was
got
5 or 6. big
6
ones.
big ones because the 2, so then I had the 4 left on backstop for
Mhm,
exchanging for
mhm.
us. And then 16 small ones. So that'd be 3, and so 6 automatically went in the truck, so I have 10 on backstop right now for the small cylinders. So then once we get to 5 empties, then when they call, then I will say, hey, I need 5 small ones or whichever, most of the time I don't do it till I have 5 small ones and 2 big ones. So, yeah, so then it's not,
So I know it's variable, but how long do the big ones generally?
it depends on if we have somebody on a ventilator or on BiPAP. So if we have somebody on BiPAP, we can use a whole tank, 2,200 pounds, all the way from here to Iverson if we have to go by ground. Because it just depends on what oxygen level we have to have them at for that. So
That's this is really gonna sound stupid, but
I'm sure.
is that what don't smile, Elizabeth, come on, give me a break.
get it, Elizabeth.
Is that oxygen at a different quality than
Yeah, because it's
what I
medical.
use in a acetylene torch?
Yes, because that's medical oxygen.
blowing balloons out of the one.
Well, I just
Yeah.
figured
Acetylene would-
I just sell them the oxygen I have on my
Yeah.
acetylene
No.
torch.
No, acetylene would not be good for us in our lungs.
Hospital grade.
Yeah, this is hospital medical. So it's the actual medical oxygen.
Picky.
Very picky, very. So that,
But,
yeah.
but for you, Lee, we'll change it.
Make an exception,
Yeah.
good,
Yes,
all right.
you will get the acetylene. No, I'm just kidding.
I sure could appreciate that.
So yeah, that is the biggest, that's what we have instead of the renting, because the renting is way more astronomical than the lease.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but now that we know this is the only lease we have, so.
So, thank you for bringing this to our attention. It sounds good to me. Any more surprises with
No.
costs and stuff? No, we're about done.
No, this is it. I
Not till
promise.
tomorrow.
There might be something more tomorrow, I don't know. No, it's a wonderful Monday. Tuesday.
It is.
No, this was like when Judy said to me, I was like, oh, wait, what? So, because sometimes we have to go so far in advance to actually have it because of the contract, and we didn't know. So I didn't know if there was a miscommunication with with that. So that one could literally be my bad because it was one of those, hey, we need to get this. So I was told to get it, so.
Well,
Can you
it's pretty hard to
No.
know. Damien, it's pretty hard to know everything when you're starting a new venture.
Right.
So we'll let Bill start.
Okay. I mean, if you want to throw something, it's fine.
We might.
Okay, that's right. Anything else?
Nothing.
Okay.
Thank you, Damien.
I would make a motion to approve the lease for air gas tanks with Jefferson County Ambulance Service.
I second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Moving on. I'm gonna pause for a moment and let our folks from Access Energy come up to the table and tell us what they know today.
Okay.
They wanted to stop by and make sure we were still working, so.
Well, now they know, don't they?
And they know we have an ambulance service.
Yes, that's fine. Just to start things off, I'm Daniel Phillips, Director of Operations at Access Energy Cooperative based in Mount Pleasant, Iowa.
Kim Davis.
This is Kim Davis. She is Director of Member Services and Public Relations. We like to say that she's the good dessert on the meal and I'm just the meat and potatoes. So,
Oh, you fit right in here.
okay.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Just want to express our gratitude. Jefferson County is our second largest county in as members. And you guys are always real easy to work with, your engineering department. Never have any problems with them. Secondary roads, guys, once in a while, something might happen. The line might be a little lower than what they thought and get it down. But, we do not charge to put those lines back up because we do spend a lot of our space within the county right away. So that's kind of a trade-off for us. Just want to express that if you see us doing anything wrong, please let us know and we will try to make things right. Dwayne and I spoke about, he would like to know a little bit more, like when we have a contractor working within the county and what roads they're going to be on and everything. And we've tried to adjust that to where, the secondary roads know. So when they get done, a lot of times we pull over close to shoulders and make, small depressions with our heavy trucks. And that way they can take care of those ruts before it rains and then causes a rain rut, which is, tough to stop once it starts.
Thank you for working with the roads
Yeah.
department. doing
Yeah,
that.
and
That's
it's
very
been a
important.
pleasure. I've, been with the co-op for 36 years and 29. of
Right
those-
out of high school, right?
Yeah, not quite.
Sixth grade, come on.
29 of those years was spent at our outpost here in Fairfield.
Yeah.
We've since closed that because of the cost of everything
Oh,
going
yeah,
up and
yeah.
everything. So, but once again, we like to express our gratitude. You guys are so easy to work with.
So can I buy electricity for you guys?
We would
Yeah.
love that, but the Iowa Utility Board might.
Only
might
the
say
good
different.
side of the county gets that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, why don't you review for us where Access Energy, because I know Fairfield's on Alliant, but
Yeah,
east
we're-
of town, we're on Access, and I
Mhm.
think north.
Yeah, we're all around town. And as matter of fact, we do feed into the fairgrounds. The
Okay.
north or the south side of the fairgrounds. Alliant has the north side, we have the south, and then we have a few residents over in east of that area that we do
Really?
feed into, yes.
So are you west of Fairfield too?
Yep.
So Fairfield's just Alliant?
Correct.
Really?
I always thought it was like just a line. and-
Yeah, me
Nope.
too. Thank
No,
you.
that's helpful. Thank you. So it is a fair amount of area.
We go pretty much to Atoma.
Yeah, pretty close. Agencies.
You've got Highway 1 too, don't you?
Yeah, yep.
I know this is not your responsibility because it's the utilities board, but why do they do that? Like drop a line in the center?
Alliance started that, of course, back when electricity first came to the farm, that's why the RECs were put together to get power out, because Alliant would only go down main highways and then serve towns.
Yeah.
They didn't like to go out in the country because fewer members per mile,
Right,
they get less revenue.
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why the RECs were formed. That's why we're all around through and around them and everything. But we don't have any major towns that we feed.
Interesting.
It's mainly all rural residents. We do have a very big industrial park over in Mount Pleasant, that we have the majority of the feed going into that. And then we're starting up out here with Jefferson County
Yeah,
Park.
Perfect.
okay.
One thing, you know, and I've kind of been following the deal with the ambulance service and everything. I think you guys did a great job with, you know, the resolution you came to. I did hate seeing, because the old ambulance service was out there on our lines, and now we've lost that service,
Oh.
but that
I'm sure he'll
happens.
sell. the
Oh, I'm sure, yeah,
property,
yeah, the property's still there.
Yeah.
And everything, so.
Yeah, you guys were involved with us doing the road.
Mhm.
And then Sun and Fun is on our
And,
lines, but then,
Mhm.
but then that
You
draws the
got
line.
the power for the sun fund.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep,
So I think it's a trade-off. I should.
It
get
is.
power from you.
there you go. Well, I live in Birmingham myself, and I'm paying to a line. I look out whenever we have a storm and our lights go
And I
out, and I
see-
can look out to the north of the area light out there that I know is on our line. And I tell the wife, I said, well, Access Energy's got power.
Can you patch in?
Yeah.
I can tell you, there's many times I've come to the courthouse and they've been out and we've had it
Yeah,
in access, so
Yeah.
we're grateful for them.
and anytime, you know, of course, any electric company, because you're out at Mother Nature's whim, you might get hit harder sometimes than others.
I assume you got your letter from a land.
Yes, oh, yes,
I guess they wasn't sure I could understand the first one, so they sent me a second one. So-
sure.
Oh, our rates are going up. Surprise,
Hey,
don't.
we'll have a moment of silence.
Okay, thank you.
But just keep in mind, you know, if there's ever anything you guys need from us, we're just a phone call away.
Thank you, and thank you for helping all the rural folks.
Yeah. It's been a
Somebody
pleasure.
needs to pay attention to that.
Maybe I could run an extension cord from the county park.
I don't hear
You know,
anything.
give me job openings.
Actually, I'm right behind the county park, actually on the north side.
Anyway,
See, so if you just move a loop.
Just a little farther.
Yeah, yeah, all good. You'd rather have that than the lion.
oh, yeah.
I think that's
Nobody's
what I
talking.
said, but not quite a direct away.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
Yeah, and I appreciate you kept taking time with you guys, you know, before you really get busy when the snow starts.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. I
Yeah.
appreciate that immensely.
We're getting snow this year.
Huh?
We're getting snow this year.
Well, you know, we're gonna not have fall. It'll be snowing in a week or so.
Oh,
Susan.
Susie.
Except for Access Energy, yes, which is another reason why I like Access Energy, because it doesn't snow. She just said, she was surprised we even were thinking about snow.
I'm not.
And the other thing is you guys are really good about getting out and fixing stuff.
Mhm.
We try.
No, I mean, really, because I live on a farm, so
Mhm.
we know where
Yeah.
Years
I was-
ago, we had a very, very, very dark corner at the corner of Riverville Road and 32nd. Working with these folks and put up a solar unit and a light there. They were all over that like snake on skunk. So,
Yeah.
early on
Yep. Yeah, our main reason for being here is public service and safety.
Yeah.
Anytime, you know, we're dealing with something that does not like to be controlled. Electricity wants to go back to where it's made from, which is the ground.
Yeah.
So once it gets up in the air, it's always trying to go to get, you know, find a path to ground.
Mhm.
So when it does, that's when, you know, our guys have to really shine, get out there and take care of things. Because the last thing we want is someone to get injured or,
Mhm.
for goodness sake, a fatality because of that.
Yeah. Well, again, thanks for coming.
Okay.
Every job opening he's
Yeah.
looking.
And we'll be in touch again. Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lee?
Kim, it's nice to meet you.
See you
You too.
later.
Take care.
Yeah. It inspired me to write.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll look for to hear from you then.
Now,
Thank
Joe,
you.
you can let them
You bet.
really know about me
All
if
right.
you want.
Lee, do we need to have a break?
Because you're always out in the bad
We
weather.
try.
when there's-
Well,
Well, I'm not out as much. as I used to.
if you wish, I wouldn't
Thanks,
argue.
Thanks, Kip.
Go have a break.
Okay. Thank you.
We're gonna have a record shortly.
No. Okay.
Um,
Thing about them guys, when there's a storm, rain or snow, they have to be out for half hour.
Oh, yeah.
And
They do a really good job.
they do.
So your utility locators.
They what?
I said, so do your utility locators.
Did you guys have a nice weekend?
I had a weekend.
I saw you were coming to work at 7 o'clock this morning.
Huh?
I saw you came to work at 7 this morning.
Oh, yes.
At least you had a smile when I honked.
As I was running.
Yeah, I couldn't have believed it either.
Oh, like I did, like I had my schedule all
Did you? Now, do you work 24 hours now?
screwed. Yeah, because I was actually supposed to, because I forgot that my schedule changed from today and tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, because originally I was supposed to work tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
but then I forgot we got switched. So then I got switched, put back on Monday. So, and then like this morning, I was like, my alarms went off. I'm like, why are my alarms on? And then I looked and I'm like, oh wait, it's 6:54. I'm like, oh crap. So, yeah.
I noticed you said your alarms.
They start at 6 and every 15 minutes.
Mm.
And sometimes they're even more.
Wow.
I used to have 8 alarms at one time.
Why don't you just wire your bed up to electricity so it goes off at
I
bed
don't
shops?
like being shocked.
Well, that'll get you out of bed.
Yeah, like, oh,
Elizabeth, how are you today?
Doing pretty well, Susie. How are you?
I am lovely.
When you put it like that, I kind of believe you.
Mm. Yeah. So, thanks for letting me get them.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Dee, do you have any committee reports?
Yeah.
We could do that until he gets back.
I had ACT and I got some feedback on opioid. Learn more about some of the resources like Blackland Life Skills. That's for the schools. It has curriculum from grades 3 on up.
Do they have different curriculums for the different age groups, like in the schools?
Mhm.
Oh, that's good.
So that would be fair. So I'm making a list of all those things. What else? Disaster preparedness, and I got a list there. Pretty much any meeting I go to, I ask about ideas for opioid settlement funds.
Mhm.
Had a record short mental health governance board meeting, and they told us we'd have a record long meeting next month, so there's a lot of contracts are due.
Right.
So, the main thing from there, let's see. Sounds like there's kind of a rough transition with the Medicaid unwind. And there are children losing benefits and they shouldn't. And so, they're working through all of that. And private insurance doesn't cover what they need to for behavioral services. So it was interesting there, and that's with, there's a new Medicaid provider in the state. There is on November 1st, a free screening of My Ascension, which is a documentary film to spread hope and fight suicide. So this is in Washington. And there is also a Top Cop presentation coming up at Van Buren County fairly soon, and that's also a similar type of a thing. What's going on there? What else did I have? Went to the manufacturers luncheon, and we had a space planning meeting on Friday.
I went to the obvious space planning meeting on Friday. And we off to a good start. After 3 years, we have one agenda. Anyway,
Something that'll be on the agenda next week.
and it will not, it will continue until it'll take a while to deal with all the space we have. My other comment is, I did go to the manufacturer's luncheon. It was very good, very crowded. And the neat thing is, I remember when I first started doing my job, I believe Dick Smith was starting agri-industrial plastics. And Pete Nelson was very instrumental in helping a lot of the other businesses in town. And I can say Dick Smith is the reason we not only have agri-industrial, but we have traffic devices, H&H molding, because they spun off those because they needed that product that they provided. So those two guys have done a lot for this community, a lot.
And they were the main speakers.
Yeah, because we've lived through the plant closings. There were a lot of them back so many years. So it's kind of nice to see something positive coming out of that. Anyway, I'm done.
Press board meeting. And it was a full meeting. Obviously, we did approve the agreement that Chauncey and Public Health worked up.
You mean the Board of Health?
Yeah,
Okay.
what'd I say?
Public
Public
Health.
Health.
Public Health, yeah. And then we're dealing with a couple of, I guess I'd say it's, one of them is up in the East Pleasant Plain area, the property where the lift station sits,
Where what?
the lift station
Okay.
for the sewer system. Steve Bergmeyer was on the board at that time when that property was acquired. I was on the board of supervisors along with Dick Reed, but Steve was on the Rust board. And it was a fairly fledgling operation, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just mean that it was new, and there was a lot of growing pains and a lot of different people in place at that time. And apparently the property owner, who is assumed to be the property owner, said that there was a handshake agreement where he wouldn't be charged for sewer hookup. There's nothing on the property that's not being used. Maybe at some point he thought about bringing in a mobile home or something. I don't know. There is a sewer stuff there. But in researching it and working with Bruce, that is a convoluted property owner mess up there. And the individual that we were in consultation with signed the easement agreement, but it doesn't appear that he was the property owner at the time.
Well, of course.
So it is confusing. I don't know exactly how that's going to resolve itself. He did not come to the meeting on Wednesday. So we tabled that, and we had a young lady from Argyle, a similar situation, except in Argyle, there is a complete sewer system, but there were some folks that could not tie on, so they have separate septic disposal systems, but they're still part of the process. They were part of the loan, if that makes sense, because it was a USDA loan. And so she's wanting out of that, but she has to buy her way out. My argument with the board was she's got a single system and shouldn't be tied to all of those others for services that's not being rendered. So again, she didn't make the meeting. We've tabled it till next month's meeting. Well, I kind of threw a monkey wrench in that because I just was not comfortable with the direction it was going. We agreed to purchase a couple of new trucks, one for here, environmental health, and then one for Mount Pleasant. And we'll trade one in and we'll move the one that Bruce is currently using to environmental health in Henry County. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I went out the other day and took a picture of Dan's pickup. And so it's, and it is a, what is it, 2000, let's say 4, I have it written down somewhere. 150,000 ballpark. Anyway, with the ambulance.
You said the
needed a
mileage was
vehicle.
50,000 something?
What'd you
It's
say?
got a little rust spot on it, but it's got a nice
Okay.
cover.
It's
on
former
it.
sheriff's
Right.
pickup.
I'd like to give it to you.
And he-
The sheriff
and that
donated
price
it
is
to environmental health.
I don't know if we can.
I remember when that
But,
happened.
you know, you might be able to, if you need a, we can talk about that, but you.
So then we did, on Friday, I went back over to Regional Utility Service Systems and we did interviews for the new environmental health position in Henry County, because as you're well aware, we're moving Henry County over here. And we hired a young lady from Fairfield. And so she's been with Walmart warehouse facility, whatever, over there for 15 years. She was recommended by 2 of our employees, Kent, who's been with Regional Utility Service Systems about as long as Bruce has. And then Brian, who does Weiser, Des Moines County, I don't remember which. And they're very familiar with this young lady. They worked with her when they worked for Walmart. So went well. We had three interviews, and Bruce is always fond of saying that he'd rather have someone with no experience
Mhm.
and to be able to train them his way, as opposed to one who has 30 years experience. It's
The same year every year.
yeah, so I think things went well, and I got my truck fixed, my truck. I'm very happy about that. So it runs. We're all good.
Good job.
Yeah.
Allow claims and approve reports.
I don't see
You
him.
have them?
You see?
No, no, you don't.
I'm sorry you didn't get that job.
Well, I've always been kind of knee deep in.
I didn't say that.
Now I stopped short. There we go. I just caught a disparaging remark about me.
Susie, you want somebody with no experience, please been knee deep in it, so he's had experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. That's probably
Yeah,
why they didn't hire you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm an expert when it comes to hitting a fan.
For those of you who don't know what Extension is having trunk or treat on a Friday night this year. Friday night, the 27th from 4 to 7. So I hope you still show up. I've got the second job. Yeah.
So I'd like to expand on something that Susie brought up about Dick Smith. Lori is, or was, maybe she still is involved with the school, still doing it, I don't know. Agri-Plastics and Lori actually funded the engineering program at Fairfield Community High School. And it started when my son Darren was, shall we say, graduating from 8th grade. And he immediately got involved in the engineering program that she set up. And so as a direct result of the involvement of Agri-Plastics and Dick and Lori, I can say that I firmly believe that my son embarked upon an engineering degree and career as a result of what they've done. And there were numerous students, and each year they would move into a different level, and Agri would fund the cost of the equipment. Lori has always been, and so is Dick, about bringing kids home. And providing opportunities for them here. You know, we tend to think the grass is greener on the other side of the hill. And
I think while we're looking through those bills, Brian, why don't you go up here and tell us what you know. Well, we've waited long enough. He's finally here.
now we can start the meeting.
Oh, you guys know.
They're just ready for adjournment.
We're up to 57 calls and 6 transfers from the hospital. So far. Met with Pekin last week, had a real good discussion with the superintendent and Brett and I and the sheriff's department and all that about going through identifying gaps and planning on exercises. So as we move forward, Brett and I are in discussions with that as far as bringing people together and figuring out how we can best help each other on scenes.
Mhm.
So other than that, meeting with the billing company again this week, we should start seeing the revenue come in next month. Going hospital agreement got signed, so
Good.
we're good with that, and that's backdated to the 1st of October. 51 goes in on the 18th. We notified the hospital we're going to be down to 52 and the rescue unit. And then on the 20th, I believe, if that's correct, so then we'll switch. 51 is going into the seals. We're getting a lot of dust inside the ambulances. We've done roads and things like that. It's not good for the patient and cleanliness wise and things like that. 52 is going in for the refrigerator on the 20th, and we should be good with that.
Could you tell us how your trip was to wherever you went to get the refrigerator?
Illinois,
Sterling.
it was 175 miles of listening to the radio and talking to Kevin. It was well. I got to see the new ambulance as far as the remount goes. It was in the painting section.
Where was that at?
That was in Sterling.
So that's where we're getting your ambulance.
That's correct.
So what's the latest date?
We're hoping the end of November.
Oh,
Of
really?
this year.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we still in the $260,000?
I believe we didn't discuss money at that time.
No,
It's just showing me the process.
remember, we had conversation as a board. We were originally going to have touch screens, but that pushed us out to sometime.
That's what I
after
was
this
thinking.
year, Right,
Yeah.
so it's by going with the push buttons, it's $10,000 less,
So it's gonna be 270,
50.
50. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
So when you take 10 off,
No, I know, stop it. I'm thinking about a letter I wanna write.
okay, all right.
Want to get in the
We were
ballpark.
just trying to help. Anything else you'd like to, for the good of the order, to tell us? Damien.
Oh, that was good.
I got maintenance, more stuff that, we discussed.
This is Brian.
Yeah. Hi, Brian. So All American came out last week.
The pest
I called
control.
them, they got right on it.
To get rid of the spider.
Yes,
Right.
and all the other bugs. So, and they're gonna come out quarterly and keep us all up for
Sure.
that. Also, I had to go to Iowa Tire because tires need to be replaced on the rigs. Because they're cut and,
Did you get an estimate from them?
yeah, it's already done.
Okay. Sometimes the other tire place gives me a better deal.
No, Jeremy gives me better.
Okay.
deal than he does.
I just want to make sure of that. That's all.
Yes, I did. The other, because I found out that the tire, after the episode with 52, the tires weren't replaced. So, and then we're also coming into winter and the tread is actually low
Right.
on them.
Mhm.
So I want everything ready for winter
Right.
on both rigs.
So how much are tires?
For both rigs altogether, 68. So, and that's no tax and free mount and everything else we don't have to worry about. So flat rate 6,800, done. 6804.
Is there any kind of warranty or?
Yeah, those are, don't quote me on it, but I think they're 70,000 miles. So something goes wrong with it, we don't have to worry about it. Jeremy will take care of it. So. And he also come out in the middle of the night when I need something. So all I gotta do is call Turner and Turner turns out to the base and now it's nice, things cross the road, so. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I hope they don't charge us trip charge.
no. The Turner had to come out at midnight once at the old base for me and he didn't even charge me, so.
So you guys have probably done this, I don't know. I know in the past, we had it with Midwest and my assumption was we had it with CARE. But if you haven't, you probably should reach out to Dwayne or Billy or both. Make sure, because sometimes when we get these real heavy snows, we need a plow truck to go
Right.
out in the county ahead of us.
Yes, which I've done in the past.
Right.
You know, either truck this, that. But I can get something set up with Billy. Yes.
So I don't think it'd be an issue at all. I guess it goes without saying, but just partner, make sure.
Yeah, I can go and talk to him just in case if we need somebody like on call, like if we're predicting a snowstorm or something. Just so if we need it. I mean, it's nice that we have four-wheel drive, but it doesn't always work, you know, with how heavy the snow is sometimes. So. Yeah, because I've had them, and this was when Haynes, before he retired, and I had him come out very quickly down to the bottom part of Umber. He was coming in as maintainer, and I tell you what, that snow was flying. He was hauling for me, so, but yeah.
Forgive me of my hubris, but would you be able to put like a plow on the front of an ambulance just in case? No,
Because of the weight.
gotcha.
Yeah, because if we do that, then we have to have a little different front end. No. I'm not even doing that. No, it's already bad enough for parts.
Fair.
With Davey now, we have a scoop shovel.
Hey, there we go. Put duct
I
tape
did not
stem
say
to the
that.
front of
You
it.
did.
Yeah.
I think it's a hell of a good idea, but I didn't say it.
Okay, back to the meeting.
I'm gonna make a motion to allow claims and approve reports.
Second that motion.
$287,000, $364.62.
I seconded, so all in favor?
Aye. So for everybody that may still be listening, October 31st at noon is the open house at the new ambulance base. I'm hoping that the news media will be on time and available. And did you say, so you talked to Andy Holmes from the newspaper, right?
Yes. Come in.
So
Is he wearing a costume?
You can't wear a costume.
Yes. He's coming as a mic.
you could come as a newspaper or a radio station guy.
I already.
Maybe I'll come as an EMT.
So my question, on the 31st at noon, from noon to 1, where's everybody gonna park? I don't want to irritate
Parking lot behind us.
whether it's True Value or.
We have time to figure that out. Maybe we need a shuttle.
Yeah.
home.
I'm just, because I usually over in Sheepskin's part of Bluefish. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, or I don't want to have Walmart inundated with all kinds of cars.
I like the idea of everyone piling into Susie's car, like a clown car.
Hey, you know what? If you dress up, I'll let you ride in the back of my truck.
Ooh, there we go. I'll dress up.
You can do the princess way.
Susie, you're on your own.
Oh, it's fine. I can handle it. And Damien could ride with you. He'll dress up as something. An ambulance worker. There you go.
Right.
Um,
And I mean,
Elizabeth could be like gee whiz,
She could be
a
an
lawyer.
attorney. She could be an
I think I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
Are you?
Real quick, I discussed with Susie, image trend, we have a thing where we can have fax capabilities.
Right.
Fax capabilities, all our written reports will directly go to the hospital.
Mhm.
And we did not get that option. The option was on the table, but was only, we had to pull the trigger. Anyway, $720 for the year. And since we're only using one facility, there's no additional cost to that. It's well within our budget to take care of that. So I
Okay,
just want
appreciate the
to let the board
information.
know. What's going to go on, and that can start this week as soon
Yeah.
as I get the.
Would you
okay
tell the
from you
board
guys.
what that would save you guys? I'm not talking monetarily, I'm talking time.
Oh, it saved a bunch of time. We wouldn't have to, image trend just, we don't have the ability to fax. Those
Right.
reports are to print from image trend because all our stuff is electronic, and this will do it for us.
Right,
On a side note, I did talk to the state, talked to Terry Smith, and he's looking at setting us up a pilot program. We'll be number 3 in the state, or 3 or 4 in the state. It's for the elite field and our elite viewer, I'm sorry. And that'll go to a specific individual at the hospital to where they will get instant PDFs of what we're running. So he's in the midst of getting approval for that. So it is a pilot program. We won't see how well it takes off. So,
Nice. Another question.
sure.
Are you still hiring? Taking applications?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody's saying that, yes.
so could you send us or bring for us just a summary of the staff? You know, like we used to get at the ambulance report,
yeah.
like names, their position, are they full-time? Are they PRN? So we have it all on one sheet.
We have.
You know, we
Already
have it
have
all
that.
on like 20 pages.
Yeah, I already have that ready. So I
Just
can
email it to all 3 of us
Sure.
if you want.
send it over to you today.
Anyway, I have a motion to adjourn.
Okay,
You would say I second.
I
that
second.
motion.
Oh, okay, that's how.
All those in favor,
I knew there
signify
was
by
a-
saying aye.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.